Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
All right, let's talk about Keith Thurman trying to jump over Errol Spence and get the Ordenas Ugas fight. But first, let's talk about Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. I heard that Bob Arum and Kenny Porter trying to basically hash out the deal, and I heard that it might be a chance that it might not happen. Talk about it. Check out the Box Rumor playlist, Box News playlist. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. And I heard that a few weeks ago, about a month or something ago, that Shawn wanted $5 million for the fight. And basically $5 million is a shooting mark for Terence Crawford because that's what that's what Amir Khan made. And Amir Khan made that money because Amir Khan was the international pool. Amir Khan fought in America. Amir Khan fought back in the UK. I think he fought Julio Diaz, who gave Shawn a draw. A lot of people thought Julio won that fight. He fought Julio Diaz, okay? So Amir Khan had that international money coming in. That's how I explained to me. And that's why Amir Khan guarantee was so high, okay? So people going around basically saying, well, $5 million. Shawn Porter, he don't generate $5 million. The pool for his fight with Errol Spence, it was Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a by far more popular fighter. He's a social media era follower. And basically, he done took the boxing Dallas scene and put it on the pedestal, the high pedestal, and with Shawn Porter, go back and look at his Ugas fight. They couldn't even find nobody to come to that fight. And I knew somebody that was helping give away tickets for that fight, giveaway tickets. And he couldn't fight in Las Vegas. He couldn't go back to Cleveland and fight. And that was before the pandemic. And the Porters kind of want to detach themselves from the Cleveland area. Got Akron, I think Lincoln Heights. They want to detach themselves from that area. But to be honest, why not embrace it? Ain't too much going on in Cleveland no more. With LeBron being gone, they got a good basketball team. Shout out to Colin Sexton and Andre Drummond. He's played for the Pistons, but I mean, why not go back to Cleveland and be there? Maybe some dangerous shit going on in Cleveland. And Kenny wanted to keep Shawn out the streets, but I heard if it's a chance the fight might not happen, that Bud is gonna basically jump in front of Jamel Charlo and fight Teixeira and the Castanos winner. People say, "Oh, CJ, how can he do that?" Per WBO rules, he can be granted super champion status. He become an automatic mandatory for Castanos and Teixeira. Now, Teixeira's trainer was on Line Killer podcast with Derek James the other day. Okay, I don't know what he barking at. Shut up! I don't know what he was barking at, but he was on there with a couple. He got the stage. But they was on Line Killer podcast taking channel out, and him and Derek James was on there, and Terence Crawford boy had hopped on after Derek James got off, and him and Roger went at it. Roger Fernando is the brother of the great Fernando Guerrero, Fernando, I hope I'm saying it right. I don't think I said Fernando Vargas. What is he barking at? Shut up! He's the great Fernando Vargas, Roger Vargas. So it's his brother, and they was on with Bernie, Terence Crawford boy. Bernie was on. They was arguing, and Roger said Bud ducked Teixeira to fight Kell Brook. Okay. And basically, they was gonna fight. They was supposed to fight old boy, y'all boy that got beat up by Castanos. Carlos Adames, but when Adames lost, Top Rank lost interest, or Terence, whoever lost interest in the fight, Patrick Teixeira. But Teixeira was like third on Crawford list. It was like Kell Brook. And then there was another fighter on Crawford list. I can't remember who it was, man. But Roger basically told Bernie and the fans on the podcast that he ducking. Y'all ducking, y'all was ducking Castanos, Teixeira, excuse me, but Castanos Teixeira's fight this weekend, and I heard that basically if it could happen, or if Charlo want to fight before Castanos and Teixeira, he would take on Arizona Lara, okay, and I'd be interested in the fight because Lara helped groom the Charlo twins, okay, and I remember Lara said one time in an interview, and the people don't know Lara speak good English, he just don't speak it in front of the camera. They said that they used to argue about who got hit less by Lara in sparring, so. Him and Lara been out of Ronnie Shield camp for a while. Lara stayed when Jamil left. And eventually, Lara left for Ishmael Salas, who got the victory with, I think, Joe Joyce. And he got another victory not too long ago. He fought somebody, or Dennis Ugas, excuse me. He got the victory there. And so, basically, if something do happen where Bud jump over Jamel, you know, from what I understand, if Shawn Porter or Kenny Porter and Bob can't hash out a deal, Bud is going to jump up and fight for another title. So that'd be 35, 40, 47, 54. So 4-division champion, I think if they went that way, I think that holds up more weight if Earl get 3 belts. I'm a 4-division champion. Nigga, you only won 3 belts. I won 4 at, 40, plus ring belt. I won a ring belt at 35 and a belt at 35. That's 5, 6 if you want to 7 if you want to create the ring belt. And then, you know, I won a belt at, 47, 54. So I heard they might move up. And that's a difficult fight. Teixeira, he ain't no bitch nigga, dog. He fought, if my memory serves me correctly, let me see. If my memory serves me correctly, I think the only guy that stopped him was Curtis Stevenson. He about 5'11 and a half too, so he got some height. Box record, yeah, 76.5 inch reach. His reach is longer than Terence Crawford's, and he been knocked out once, and I believe it was at middleweight. Yup, by Curtis Stevenson. It's for the vacant WBC Continental America's middleweight title. And let me look at the details. The bout. Curtis Stevenson can punch. Remember, he was at 68 until he got outboxed by Andre Dirrell and got beat up by Jesse Brinkley. And the fight lasted, I think they said 6 rounds. Yeah, the fight lasted 6 rounds. Yeah. The fight went for 6 rounds. And he got knocked out. Stevenson can punch. Remember, Stevenson is a short little motherfucker, but he coming up in weight. So he got knocked out by Curtis Stevenson. And that's the only guy he knocked out. Anybody y'all noticed he fought? I'm trying to see. I remember Javier Hernandez. Don't know him. Only guy I really know is Curtis Stevenson. Nathaniel Gallimore, he beat him. Carlos Adames. So, I mean, he a tall guy. And then you look at Castano's resume. He was in the World Series of Boxing, and he beat up Sergey Derevchenko, which is Derevchenko is coming down to 54 as well. He got 70%, over 7% knockout ratio. He's 16-0, 1 draw, no losses, no knockouts. 5'7.5", 67.5 inch arms. Had a draw with Lara. Some people thought Lara won, some people thought Castanos won. You know, he fought Michael Sore, I believe. Yes, he did. Split decision. So he more of the guy I think Bud and them targeting, cause he 5'7.5", only 67.5 inch arms, 31 years old, spent a lot of time in the World Series of Boxing, like a pro-am. You know, he fought 3 times. There. He won a unanimous decision over Derevchenko. Had a knockout, another unanimous decision. Amateur career. I know he beat Earl Spence. Yes, he beat Earl Spence on points in 2011. He beat Oscar Molina. He lost to Jack Colclough on points. He fought Demetrius Andrade years ago. So I only got those. So and he was 7-4 in the amateurs as far as their record. And I think a lot of people think he should beat Teixeira. I think Teixeira gonna win. Tough, gritty guy. Been up at middleweight, but you know I like Teixeira. I like Castanos a lot, and I like him a lot, man. It should be a great fight, man. And Bud want to fight it. Then maybe they, I heard Bob said he liked the Jamel and Terence fight. About that fight, man, if Jamel and Terence do fight for undisputed at 54. Which that'll show a lot of colors about Earl Spence. That's a great fight. Terence can win that fight. But the thing about it, Terence got to be perfect for 12 rounds, 36 minutes. But a guy like Floyd and the guy who mastered hit him, Pernell, Willie Pep, they would destroy Jamel Charlo. Guys like that, if Bud want to put his name in that level, he more offensive than those guys. He want to be in the mastery, hit and don't get hit. That's the fight to be to show his master, being a great defender. But Bud like to take chances, and I love it. But if he take a chance first, Jamel hit him, it's gonna be over. But the glove sizes go up by 2 ounces. But really in that fight, it's about hit and not get hit. And I think he's a more masterful boxer than Tony Harrison. I think Tony Harrison hit harder. Let me see what Tony Harrison reaches is. That's a great question. See what my boy Tony Reach is, man. And that matters a little bit. You know, I'm still riding with Tony Harrison, even though he lost. It's my guy. He got a long arm, 76.5-inch arm, so, you know. But really, it's about hit and don't get hit with him, you know. And really, the way you really beat him is you really walk to him. If you're able to walk to him and push him back, Jermell forgot how to fight pushing backwards, fighting with Derrick James. So it's really a fight that Bud got to be perfect for, and Jermell don't have to be. And Jermell was getting beat up by old boy Rosario. He was hurting Jermell, and Jermell was complaining, "Oh, my head, my leg hit me low." He was beating him, but he had a chin to hold up. I think if Bud chin do hold up, you know, it'd be a great fight. But Bud is a better fighter. But then again, the weight class is totally different. Jermell don't give a fuck about it. Oh, he lost it. 2 ounces on the glove. So really, it'll be about him trying to recreate the Mayweather performance that he put on Canelo. That's what it'd be about. But you know, maybe Bob just want Terence Crawford to hold the WBO belt and stop undisputed for Jermell and use it as a negotiation tactic to make the Crawford and Spence fight. Crawford and Spence fight happen. Or maybe they have Spence come up and fight him at 54. If I was Spence, that's what I would do. I would fight him at 54 because Spence would have more energy, and Spence has already been up there, fought at middleweight. He would have more energy, but that's my opinion. Let me know what you think about that. Then we got a situation in where Keith Thurman is trying to convince Ordenis Ugas to fight him, and said that'll make the Errol Spence fight that much bigger. And you know, if I'm Ugas, you know, that would give you a great win on your resume, and that would assist your Hall of Fame run. Because he beat Keith and he beat Errol Spence, he in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. And he go out and beat Terence Crawford, and he beat Crawford in the amateurs as well, I heard. I think Bomac said that one day. You know, maybe that's right, but then again, do you want to take a detour and then fight Errol Spence? I mean, that's on him. Quite frankly, I go right for Spence. Or, you know, that's just my opinion. But if you fight, you know, Keith Thurman, that's a great fight. I heard that's a fight that Al wanted for Keith before Pacquiao got stripped. And that's an excellent fight. I think I'm still riding with Keith. I think Keith got more talent. Keith still punch harder. Keith still fast. Keith keeping his weight down. It's a small place in my heart for Keith Thurman. My boxer, I still like Keith Thurman. But if I'm Ugas, I'm going straight for the gusto. You know, I'm going to be an MC Gusto. I'm going straight for the gusto. Coming straight out of Low Cash. Tracy name, I'm black, y'all. People ain't see CB4, a great movie. Chris Rock damn near at his best. But personally, if I'm his team, I'm saying we going right for Keith. You know, I'm going right for Errol Spence, but you know, Keith Thurman, I think he beat him. He one of Al Heyman's favorite fighters. They had to pay me to fight Keith. If I'm Ugas, I want more than Keith. Straight up and down. Y'all paying Keith $3, give me Keith $2 million, add to I want Keith Thurman money. For me giving Keith Thurman an opportunity, if Keith, they said we got 3 for Ugas and 5 for Keith, I want 3 from Ugas. I want Keith to make nothing but $1 million. If I'm stopping for you, I want the majority. I want the lion's share. I want all of it. If they paying $5 million for the fight, I want 4 and Keith get 1. I don't have to give Keith this opportunity. I want Keith to make nothing. Bro, I want his too. I want to eat off his plate. If I'm Ugas, that's my mentality. If I'm stopping to give you a fight instead of getting 3 belts, I want your money too. But he probably gonna hit and fight Keith, and Keith gonna beat him unless Keith get injured. And really, I felt Keith to beat Pacquiao. So it depends on where Keith rehab is, where Keith weight is, how Keith stands sharp. I don't think Ugas stand a chance unless when Keith is on. Keith is a superior fighter, I think. And when Keith is fighting at his best, you know, at his peak, I think it's only 2 fighters that can beat him in the division. That's Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Other than that, can't nobody beat Keith when he has. But is Keith peak gone? If Keith Peak is gone, you know, it's pretty much a wrap. But on Errol Spence, I'm like, hell no. You coming to fight me. Because then Errol Spence would be a hypocrite if Keith get the belt and he said, you know, Keith called him out, you said you want to fight Keith. Or the fear is Keith going to run off with the belt like OJ in the Hearst commercial. Oh, you ain't getting this belt, he retire again. So to be honest, if I'm Earl, I'm getting Ordenis Ugas' phone number, get his translator on the phone, or give me a translator, and I'm just gonna make the fight happen, to be honest. Because once the fight happens, in April or May, which I heard that's when Earl coming back. Plus Earl, IBF mandatory taking a detour fight in February or March. make a fight in the middle of the year, and then Earl will have an IBF mandatory, maybe a WBC mandatory. I think this is what I think. If he fight Ugas now, I think they fight in April, May. Then he come back at the end of the year and probably fight his mandatory and IBF mandatory, which is a QW. If he signed with Al Heyman, I believe, or Samson Boxing. Then next year he come back and fight Shawn. And then I think, pretty much that's gonna be what it is, man. But yeah, that is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response, video request. All my social media links subscription. Fastest way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. All links subscription. Facebook group link there as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well. Appreciate the love, support. One time, y'all.